Well, one group proved it pays to ask questions. They came to the Arvada Park Advisory Board this year asking how to make Independence Park more accessible to a group of developmentally disabled residents living nearby. The solution is under construction. The city of Arvada boasts of 90 destination and neighborhood parks, most of them offering opportunities for users of all ages and abilities. But one park lagging behind in that area recently came to the attention of Arvada's manager of urban and park design.
Independence Park is one of the few parks that we have that doesn't have any walkways, and basically it's not accessible.
So for some developmentally disabled residents living just a couple doors away, a trip to the park was mostly beyond reach.
Our clients are very medically and physically needy and don't have a lot of opportunities to venture outside of the house besides the porch or just onto the street and back home.
But work has begun to change all of that. And soon, a concrete path, a third of a mile long, will wind through Independence Park, giving the residents who are part of Wheat Ridge Regional Center the freedom to explore. The plan came together after the center came to the city for help.
Joe and his group, when they came to the Park Advisory Committee, their request was fairly meager. All they wanted to do is just get out into the park.
Originally, what we were hoping for is that our clients would be able to venture out into the park and enjoy a couple of trees, just to be able to reach the middle of the park where a couple mature trees were.
But when we started to think about it, the design expanded to provide walkways so they experience most, if not all, the park, or as much as they could possibly experience.
So it's going to go so far beyond what our expectations were that it's going to be enjoyed in many ways.
The new path will not only lead to the shade of the mature trees, but to the new trees too. And a so-called sensory garden will enhance the walkway with rustling noises and fragrance.
There are sensory elements along the walk, and the idea is that it's not just visually stimulating, but also we have fragrant plants that if someone cannot see very well, that they can still smell the different plants. So we tried to make it as diverse as possible.
I think it's going to make a tremendous difference. We've always noticed that whenever our clients are able to enjoy outside and get some fresh air, it enhances their life, makes them feel better. Definitely, you know, with all the added things, sensory garden and the stimulation that they're going to be able to receive is just going to make their lives, you know, even better.
The concrete path should be ready by year's end, while the new trees and sensory garden will go in next spring.
I'm in just awe of the design that Mr. Lee developed, and although it took a while, that's, you know, good things come with time, and we're just so gracious for you know, having the opportunity to enjoy the park in this way.
The park's new design will benefit the entire neighborhood by providing even, consistent sidewalks suitable not only for wheelchairs, but for kids learning to ride their bikes, or perhaps for some elderly who need a smooth and steady path. So what began as a project to meet the needs of a few grew into one that serves an entire neighborhood.
I just think it's opened a lot of our eyes to this population out there that is kind of a silent minority that we never hear from, because a lot of times they can't speak for themselves. So I just give Joe and the center credit for coming forward to the Park Advisory Committee, because like I said, their request was meager at first, and we thought these are the types of projects that we need to do.